Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over and doing a full look with the new Make Your Escape collection from Kaleidos. This was sent to me by them, so thank you to Kaleidos. I really appreciate it. This collection is beautiful. I mean, look at this palette. This is called the Escape Pod. Yes, please. This came in today and I immediately was like, all right, we're doing a video right now. I have to put this on my eyes. I got really excited about it. There's also some new Space Age highlighters, as well as some Lo-Fi Duo blushers and a lid primer. And lastly, but not least, a gloss. Now, the bad news is I don't have any information on this. I don't know pricing. I don't know anything. So I just decided I'm going to do this video a little bit differently. I'm going to jump straight into the tutorial, show you guys some swatches while I'm doing the look, and just go over everything and then give you guys my thoughts. If I find anything out about the pricing or the date or anything like that, I will leave it down below. But other than that, let's just go ahead and get into this look and my thoughts on the collection. Before I get started with the eyeshadow, I want to tell you that just on one eye, I have their new eyeshadow primer. It's called the Tone Activator. This is the tube that it comes in. Now, I only put it on one eye because these are new shadows. I've never used them before, so I want to have something I'm used to on one side and use the new primer on this side. Now, let's dive into the Escape Pod. This beauty right here. It includes 4 sparkling duochromes, 1 sparkling shimmer shade, 1 metallic, and 9 highly pigmented mattes. For the swatches, we have Soiree, Mardi Gras, Flamingo, Tango, Expo Planet, Starlight Sonata, Amaretto, Space Oasis, Cosmetic Cabaret, Galactic Gala, Saturnalia, Bossa Nova, Lo-Fi, Carnival, and Terrace. I actually have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with this palette, so I'm just going to dive in and go for it. I'm going to start off with a REPHR number 15 and Carnival. Placing this on the outer corner first. Blending upward. Starting to go into the crease area. I have not dipped back in. That was just the one dip, and blending out. So it's very pigmented. REPHR 14 and Flamingo, going directly into the crease with this one to add a little depth. MAC 242 and Lo-Fi, highlighting the brow arch. Same brush and the shade Mardi Gras. I'm packing this on the outer corner. Into the crease. And blending upward to kind of smoke it out on the outer 3/4. Zoeva 234 Cosmic Cabaret. I am packing this right on the outer portion of the lid. Galactic Gala on a REPHR P21. I'm going to place this on the front, oh my goodness, on the front portion of the lid. Making sure to just tap over the edges so they blend together. Wayne Goss number 20, Exoplanet. I'm going to pop a little bit of this right on the outer corner. I am getting a little bit of fallout with this one. I'm going to bring it up into the crease a little bit, kind of making a V. Going back in with Carnival on a BK Beauty 207. I'm going to buff this right along the lower lash line. Mardi Gras REPHR 03, right up against the lower lash line. I don't want too much of this. Wayne Goss 27S, I'm going to grab this shade, Starlight Sonata. Placing this on the inner corner, and then I'm going to go add on some liner and mascara. Alright, eyes are done, and now I have a few more products to show you guys. First, I'm going to start off with some blushes. There's two different ones. They're called the Lo-Fi Duo Blushers. Lo-Fi Peach, this one right here. This is a more natural shade, and then this one is a topper. Ooh, this topper is really pretty, but this blush, ooh, it's definitely more peach. I see the peach on my finger. Ooh, that's definitely right up my alley. Let me look at the other one. This one's the Lo-Fi Rose. This one has a little bit of pink to it, and then the topper. Oh, those are pretty. Okay, which one do I want to use? Hold on. I'm feeling the peach. Yeah, I want to go in with the peach one. REPHR number 4, I'm going to go in with the blush. Alright, I'm not sure how I feel about the blush. Like, I like the color, but I don't know how I feel about the texture on the skin. I'm going to add on the topper. BK Beauty 108, and now I'm just going to grab the topper shade. I'm going to concentrate this a little further back. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm going to go back in with just a hint of the blush, just merging them together. I'm going to go in with my powder brush. This is what I use to set my face. There's no extra product on here. I'm just going to go around the edges. I feel like it almost makes my skin look a little dirty. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm not loving it. Before I move on to highlight, I'm going to quickly show you guys the swatches of both of these. First, I have the Lo-Fi Peach Duo Blusher. Right beside that is the Lo-Fi Rose. Then we have 3 new Space Age highlighters. They sent over another one of Ray Rider, which I already have. So I pulled out the original one just to compare to see if there's any difference with the new one. But these are the 3 new shades, and there's also a new component. So the original ones have like this grippy material, which I think is so cool. I love just like the whole thing. They're really, really neat. If you go on my Instagram, you can see the whole original set and then swatch. They are beautiful. They all have a really gorgeous shift to them, and they look amazing on the skin. But first off, we have Space Age Diamond Dasher. This one right here, this guy. This one appears to have like a peachy pink gold in it. And then the other 2 have a shiny component, Mars Melter. See what this one looks like. Swatch it on my hand. I like putting them over top of my tattoos because you can really see the shift in them. That one definitely has more pink in it. It's really pretty. And then Moon Cruiser. I'm just guessing that this one's gonna have blue. Just a guess. Yeah, that's definitely, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. It's like blue, purple. Oh, I love that. Let's see. Oh, yes. Juice. Oh, that one is stunning. That's probably gonna be the one that I go in with. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Before I do, I want to see if there's a difference between the original Ray Rider and the new one. So I'm going to swatch the original. Swatch that one right here. Let's see. I think this was one of the most natural ones out of the bunch. And then this is the new one. Looking at them, I'm not seeing any difference. Let's put it. Oh no, there's definitely a difference there. Okay. Okay, so I would say the new one is brighter and lighter than the original. Interesting. I wonder why they did that. I like the new one more. but I mean, I liked this one too, so I don't know. I don't know why they did that, but it's pretty and it's definitely different. I'm glad I swatched that because I was originally just thinking, oh, I'll just give this one away, but then I was thinking, there has to be a reason why they sent me this. Here are the swatches of the Space Age highlighters not on a tattoo. I have Diamond Dasher, Mars Melter, Moon Cruiser, and the new Ray Rider. Moon Cruiser, the blue one, looks amazing. So this is the one I'm going to use first with my A23 from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This has so much of a shift to it. It is so pretty. Woo. I'm definitely going to have to blend this out, and I'm going to add in Ray Rider to kind of make it a little less blue, but it's a lot of fun. That's gorgeous. Right now I do look like I have a stripe down my face though. I'll fix that. But yeah, gorgeous. Blush brush right around the edges. I didn't pick up any additional product. I'm just going right around the edge first. And then I'm going to take the new Ray Rider on a Linda Hallberg 306. And this is going to add in a little bit more of a natural tone to the tip tops of my cheekbone. I'm also going to put this on my nose, chin, a little bit on my forehead. I'm going to go in with my NARS Behave blush. I just want to add something on that I know I like the texture and everything of. Yeah, I think that looks better personally. Urban Decay the Fix Powder in the shade 40NN. This is a Sonia G brush that I cannot pronounce. Lastly, I have a product for the lips. Look at this. I mean, this is just so much fun, but I already have my lips lined and filled in with Kitten liner, and then I'm going to top it off with this. And this is the Lucid Lip in the shade Hypnotize. This is the finished look. I really love how everything turned out. Especially the eyes. Oh my gosh, I'm living for this eye look. It's just so pretty. But let me go over everything and tell you guys my first impression thoughts, starting with the eyeshadow primer. Now, you guys didn't see me apply this because I always do my eyeshadow primer first, right whenever I do my brows, because I like to use my primer to clean up underneath my brows as well. And this product definitely did that for me, but it is a little bit more see-through than, say, obviously like a concealer or the Anastasia primer or like a MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, anything like that. It's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. When I first squeeze it out, it looks like it's going to be kind of peachy. So it does have some coverage, but then when you blend it in, it's not as dark as you would think. It melts into the skin very nicely. I will say you do not need much of this. And when I first put it on, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this because it felt so creamy. And I'm used to things being a little bit drier, but I let it sit there and I did the rest of my makeup. I set my face, put on my bronzer and everything before I got on camera, and it did really nicely. It dried up just a little bit. It had just enough tack to it to where it was going to hold, but not too tacky to where it didn't allow me to blend. So I actually like the primer, and I like it more than what I do over here. I found on this side I used just a concealer that I use all the time. The shadows blended perfectly. It was fine. Everything was good, but I felt that it definitely adhered better on the side with the Kaleidos primer. So I like the primer. And as for the eyeshadow palette, yes, I wish I had this when I did the eyeshadow palette tag, because this is this definitely would have been a contender for a colorful eyeshadow palette. It is beautiful. The mattes in here perform really well, especially considering that these are more neon shades, and the purples in here, purples are shades that are really hard to do. A purple can make or break a palette. It is something that if it's not done right, it's very obvious, and I felt like it went on very beautifully. I didn't have any issues with it. It blended out really nicely. I can't wait to use this one. I love that it's called Escape. Like, you know, like a keyboard, it says Escape on here. At first it confused me. I was looking at it and then I was like, oh, duh, Mel. But it's beautiful. And then the fact that we have neons in here. The neon colors, especially in a matte formula, they're hard to do. A lot of the times they can be not very pigmented, they can be patchy, they can skip, they can just be a pain in the butt. So for them to work so nicely in this palette was just, I mean, I really didn't expect anything less from Kaleidos. They really do have an amazing formula and amazing packaging. I love all their stuff. This one is a little bit more bulky, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It's just, it's really, really cool. And then for the shimmers, I just love it. I love the way this looks. This is such a fun palette, and it was inspiring to do. I didn't know what I was going to create whenever I picked this up. I was literally looking at it like, do I do a purple eye? Do I do a pink eye? Do I do, I just didn't know. But then I just said, you know what, let's play. And the amount of shades that I have on my eyes and the fact that they're all standing out on their own is incredible. I really love the way that this turned out. So this is definitely a hit in my book. The Lo-Fi Duo blushers. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these. I'm gonna have to play with them some more. My first impression isn't terrible, but it isn't good either. When I touch them, they feel nice. I really like this shade even, so I don't understand why it looked a little, it just looked a little iffy on my skin, and that was before I even put the topper on. It could be something to where, you know, it just didn't cooperate with the powder I have on, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's something I'm going to have to try out. But my first impression with these is just kind of meh. The highlights, granted, I didn't use every single one of them today, but I already know that this is a formula that I like. I have all of the other ones. They have sent me everything, and they are beautiful. I love the packaging. I do like the grippy packaging more than I do the shiny packaging, but I like that they're kind of mixing it up. And if they're mixing it up, I would really like to see, you know, like the glitter packaging that doesn't have, you don't feel the texture of it, but it's just like the glitter packaging. I think that would be fun to add into the mix. These are just, they're fun. Not everyday use type of thing, but they are fun to play with. And I love this blue. It is, this is so, so pretty. I could have added this to the eye look, like at my brow arch. Oh, I'm regretting that now. Now I'm like, do I need to add this? No, I don't need to add it, but I do like these highlighters. I think they're really beautiful and a lot of fun. And then for the gloss, I can already tell you I like the formula because, again, I have some glosses from them and I love it on top of Kitten. I might be a little biased when it comes to that, but I like the combo. I think it looks really nice. And I didn't want to do anything that was going to overwhelm the eye. So I didn't want to have like this really bright eye and then a really bold lip as well. So I really like how everything balances out. I completely forgot to show you guys the sponges. I'm so sorry. So they came out with 2 new sponges. This one right here, obviously you can see I used it. I used them both, but I just mainly used this one. This one kind of reminds me of the, what is it? The orange one from Real Techniques. The thing I don't like about the Real Techniques one is the texture of it and how much water it retains. I feel like I'm constantly like really having to try to get the water out of it. The texture of this one is much, much better. I used it to apply my foundation, my concealer, and then I also used this side to set underneath my eyes. And then I went in and kind of touched up with this one with the powder. Now I have seen a sponge like this before, but I haven't seen it with this bottom. There is, I think there's one from e.l.f. I think it's e.l.f. There's a pink one or something. It doesn't come to quite as much of a tip, but it has this kind of edge to it. And then it doesn't have the bottom like this. This is different. I haven't seen anything quite like it. So you have 2 flat edges, which is really nice. And then this is a flat edge at the top. So if you wanted to, you could get right up underneath your eyes. And then you have this bottom that is more flat for foundation. And then of course you could use the sides. As long as they hold up, they're definitely sponges that I would go out and purchase myself. I really like the texture and the shape of them. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know if you did by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.